every one of these personality traits I talk about today. Believe me, I've made every single one of the mistakes. And I'm going to share with you how I made that adjustment for myself in my life to make that transformation. So, 8 personality traits that repel good people out of your life. Good people out of your life. Number 1, entitlement. You feel you're entitled to something you haven't earned. 2, blame. It's everyone's fault but yours. 3, grudge. Somebody does something to you, you don't want to talk to them for 5 years. 4, victimhood mentality. Self-pity. You always feel sorry for yourself. 5, selfish. It's only all about you, and everybody else simply plays a role in your life to get you what you want. 6, complainer. 7, boasting. You're better than everybody else in the world. 8, know-it-all. So, when I talk about these 8 personality traits, there is a formula for it, because to me, there are 3 levels of awareness in life. 3 levels of awareness in life. And I've been in business with plenty of people to see folks in 3 areas, and I've been in all these 3 areas. Let's talk about the lowest level of awareness. It's very simple. It's ego driven. Everything's about you. Everything's about you're the best. It's boasting. It's selfish. It's me. Only I matter. Nobody wants to do business or be friends with somebody that's all about them forever. It's one of the biggest repellents. 2 is smart. Let me explain to you what smart is. You think in every room you're in, you're the smartest person in the room. You're smarter than your family. You're smarter than your parents. You're smarter than you're smart of every single person you meet. And you may be smart. You may be very smart, but it's not the highest level of awareness. Let me explain to you what I mean by this. For instance, imagine I'm a fighter, okay? And I'm Mike Tyson. And I'm the best boxer. I'm the best in the world. I'm just amazing, right? And I'm very smart because I've trained with the best. I'm just great. And then boom. I'm smart. I go into the ring with Buster Douglas. I'm not, boom. And all of a sudden, boom, Buster Douglas knocks me out. Ego, smart. It ain't the highest level. Ronda Rousey fights. Every one of us is rooting for Ronda Rousey. Everybody, we love Ronda. Most people were rooting for Ronda Rousey. But in the interview she did with, I think, Jimmy Kimmel, I think is the interview she did, where she said, I know she's not going to be able to outsmart me. She's not going to be able to outsmart me. She said that in the interview. She's going to try to catch me with a kick, but I'm not going to let it. She said this in the interview. Ego, smart. What happens? She gets caught and boom, loses the fight because it was driven by ego and smart. I have got my butt kicked so many times in these stories. I remember one time I was in the Army. Let me tell you a good story here. I'm in the Army. We're 18-year-olds. We have nothing better to do than fight. And everybody's in a circle and we're all fighting. Okay, we're all fighting because we have all this testosterone. And I'm fighting and I'm having a pretty good streak of good fights. Then all of a sudden this guy shows up. Okay, this one guy shows up. He's 5'6", 125 pounds. And he says, I want to fight you. And I said, look, honestly, I don't want to hurt you. I don't think it's fair. And he says, no, I'm okay. It's okay. You can hit me as hard as you want. And I say, no problem. Oh my gosh. So imagine 200 guys around, gals, everybody. We're in this unit. Everyone's watching this fight. Oh, he's going to fight Beth David. And then we start fighting. So I'm like starting very loose. And he's kind of like doing this stuff. And I noticed he's very quick. I don't know what was going on. It was very quick. All of a sudden, he's coming at me and I'm doing my thing. Within a half a second, I'm on my back. He's got my neck. He's got me on this chokehold. I'm locked. I can't get out of this thing. He's half my size. In front of 200 people, I got humiliated by a 125-pound kid in the Army. You know what it was? I thought I was the bigger guy, ego. I thought I could outsmart this guy, and he whooped my tail because it was driven by me thinking, I am smarter than this guy, I'm stronger than this guy. And that's what leads to the highest level. The highest level to me is wisdom. Wisdom is knowing you're not the smartest guy in the world. The world doesn't revolve around you. You have about 80 years to make an impact in the world, and then you're going to be replaced by 7 billion people. So as important as you think you are, you're going to be replaced by 7 billion new people that are going to come and replace you and I. Our goal is to do whatever we can with the next 60 years, 50 years, 40 years, whatever amount of time you got in your life. But just so you know, if everybody in the world is seeking the emotion of happiness, happiness generally comes to people who are wise. It doesn't come to the smartest people in the world. It doesn't come to ego people, people who are ego driven. The best relationships are from wisdom. The best friendships are from wisdom. The best business experiences, wisdom. The best kids to raise are from wisdom. The best communication skills are from everything comes here, wisdom. It's the highest level to get to, and it's not easy to do because we constantly want to fight this thinking we're smarter than everybody. in our ego. It's a battle. By the way, you're never fully going to be 100% here. You will always have a little bit of struggle with this. So this is why in 1999, when I was getting out of the Army, I made a decision to pray about 4 things. 4 things I prayed for since 1999. Every time I pray, I ask for these 4 things: courage, wisdom, tolerance, understanding. Courage, wisdom, tolerance, understanding. I've been praying about this. God, give me courage, wisdom, tolerance, understanding. Why? Because I didn't have any one of them. I wanted courage. I wanted wisdom to make the right choices. I wanted tolerance because people around me were really annoying me at that time, and it was tolerance also with me. And then understanding, to try my best to understand other people. It's not easy. It's taken a long time to understand that and be able to do that. But this message today is purely because as an entrepreneur, you got to realize if you're going to do business with anybody, people are going to get to know your personality. If you're going to hire people around you, you want to keep people around you, they're going to find out about your personality traits. If you want clients to stay with you and do business with you long term, they're going to find out about your personality traits. If you have partners that are ahead of you and your ego gets in the way of doing good business with these partners, it's going to come down to your personality traits. The sooner you take an assessment, you may want to watch this video again. The sooner you take an assessment and say, I do this, I really got to work on this. I'm really more ego driven. I'm more, smart. I think I'm smart. I really do think I'm smarter than everybody. I got to work on because I may get caught with a punch. I want to be wise, and I'm going to pray for courage, wisdom, tolerance, understanding, and see what happens to your life. See how you process issues differently in your life moving forward. Anyways, that's my message of the day to you. And if you have any questions, comment on the bottom. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. Thanks for watching.